Hello everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV post Stormblood. Here we are in episode 16. Hope everybody's doing very well. Luckily I got my mouse all sorted out. Turned out it just needed to be cleaned. Yeah, especially in the middle. I guess some dirt or something got in there, but everything works now. So always an important reminder, clean your stuff. It's very important. Keep it clean. Yes, even if you don't think it needs it, definitely clean it. Especially if it's not working right. Anyway, let's get talking to Alice. Under the moonlight. I haven't even seen how many quests we are done to completing this. I think it's time we're going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call Rago's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Oh yeah, definitely. Most importantly. Yeah, I'm not paying no 1,000 gil. We are not paying that to the imaginary taxman. Oh yes, I forgot. Can't fly here. Okay, north you got it. Crystal. There. At least they gave us a little bit quicker. I was worried in the last episode. I'm like, oh my god, please don't tell me my mouse is broken. Paid a lot of money for this mouse. It's like, I haven't dropped it or anything. At least not that I remember. Alright, back to the story. Yeah, Alice, you're back. No Alpha, no. It's good to see you too, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But if that's a joke, gods, this has better be a joke. Nope. He's learned how to do that Asian stuff. Look, I know what I saw, alright? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Kiara. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. No. It must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter? Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Thou's gilded hells, whatever are you talking about? Oh god, Thancred. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand back at the Saltry, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on. Just until operations were up and running, and now that they are, I thought I might look in you on before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if we will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhoe in the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as to not upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until they get back. Okay, now we gotta go where? I guess that would be the closest. To Porta, wherever. Alright. Oh, I'll see you guys when we get there, as always. Alright, peeps, here we are. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scoured all over this stone a while ago, but I had scrubbed off and thought no more of it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we are presented but with one course of action. We had best be sure we are not observant in doing of it. Shall we begin?
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Zeno's resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of the Assassian possession. Assassian possession, damn. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. If you're saying an Assassian is walking around in Xenos' body, it seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for entering the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain are we that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Raban needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Rauger's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due for another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. You're not going to even put the top back on? Nope, okay, we're just leaving an unopened grave. Yes. That works, I guess. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Y'shtola is on her way and should be here any... Ah. How to say, Kiara, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Ooh, a lot of stuff, Y'shtola. A lot of stuff. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xeno's body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinate. But Kiara, nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extend the question of his own safety? Capable he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the paragons like as naught. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Under the moonlight. Complete. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear, the icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every part behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you? Have you lost your mind? I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There, upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final blow, only to find that the final was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Alrighty. So I just checked. We are 14. Yes, after this quest right here, we are 14 quests away from finishing. Post Stormblood. But anyway, let's go back into it. Go get back into it. Yes, that's what I said, right? Okay, whatever. It's been an awful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word for Alphino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. 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 You may regale with me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. I'll put the kettle on then. The table looks free, if you'd like to take a seat. Oh, you bottle kettle! Oh. Sorry, I've been watching too much habitual line crosser. Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Sure. Why not? I guess this is going to be another long one. Sit back and enjoy, everybody. Or not, I guess I have to read this. Interesting. So this Tsukiyomi was summoned in much same manner as Susanoo via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right, they believe their gods or kami reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert of atheology. Greetings. Could it be that I am in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhole's gatekeepers, or gravekeepers. They all told me much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point. But when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reporting having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed to act to have been portrayed by a vengeful Alamigan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when offending scrawl was removed, as per Lisa's instructions, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis likely the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. I'll put my money on option number 2. If Asahi wasn't as fervent as a diva as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation. However, committed, we must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian, and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino and Garlemald? The presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risk. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft, LXXV, Master Alphino, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can see naught from my cabin, and was just curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought of such necessities. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but mounds upon mounds of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Aye. It is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When the Emperor Souls first came to Othard and beheld his blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence and issued an emperor-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report. We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitech? But who? All cannons. Return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Elm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands brace for impact. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye, aye. Duty calls commencement emissary of the dawn. Level sync is in effect. Sure, okay. I thought I was gonna be watching cutscenes. What the heck? Oh, what the heck? I have to play as Alphino? Coming battle, you must fight as Alphino. That's how I'm asking you to search for any spirals. I will see to the injured Hellsman. Okay. Ruin 3, Psych, Tri-Shackle. I can't change it. Son of a bitch. My leg, it's caught. Okay, 4. So it's gotta be this. Oh, that's Psych. Okay, Ruin 3, 1. That's cool. It's nice to play as Alphino. Alright, so we just gotta look for survivors, right? Alright, thanks. I don't think I would have made it. Yes, you very likely say this like the question of who would try to take it remains, however. Let these last few out of their misery. The prince witnesses nothing. The prince? I couldn't read that fast enough. They've not come to parley, I fear. Ready your weapons. What's this do? Alright, there's one down. Well, good thing I know from my summoner pretty much how to use this. There we go. Confounded. Not here. Not like this. Who the... what the heck? What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alphano. Let us finish this then. That was pretty easy, Aura. The hell, I have a limit break? I take it I'm supposed to use it. Alright, now try and hit me. Come on. Okay, that was easy. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, well. I did not think to meet an Eorzean in a place like this, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know your assailants and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard, and I could venture a guess as to their motive. But you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Ascian mask. The face of our prey. Like, that's fine, you don't have to tell, we're all on the same side. Remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even I'm trying to remember who this guy is. Either should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Okay? Indeed, we accept your gracious offer. Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come. Ooh, ominous. Ugh, this is intolerable. But as much as I wish it otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphino but now pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brothers journey to Garlemald from the east, I can make my way there from Alamigo and find out where there is to be learned on the Emperor's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all the important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. Yeah, I think we should leave this to Thancred. Not you, too. I understand your frustration, Alice, but Kiara has the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine, just promise me you'll be careful. Wow. I thought I was at least going to sit back and just watch some cinematics, but no, I had to read all of it. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all. But I will stay behind, as I have been bid. We also have our talents. Mine just happens to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught not of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Alenard vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Kiara. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphinaud to share. Ponder. You have learned the emote Ponder. Oh. New chapter of Game Plus has been added. Oh, well, good, because, I was worried, all that just for an emotion? Wow. That was worth it. Hey, game, next time you say you're going to throw a bunch of cutscenes at me, let them actually be cutscenes. Like cinematics, where I don't have to do anything. But, alright, everybody. Definitely going to go ahead and end it here. So, as always, thank you all so watching. Thank you all so watching. God, I can't even talk outright. Thank you all much. Okay, you know what? Thanks for watching. Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are definitely always the best as I screw up my outro. But you know what to do. Give that like button some love so it pushes us out into the YouTube algorithm. And definitely hit that subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to check me out on social as well as how to contribute to the channel. Details, of course, are in the description below. With that being said, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.